Nishita says, what's one good quality that you learned from each other and are implementing it in your day-to-day life? So,
You want to take this? Yeah?
No, you go ahead first.
Yeah, you have a big list to choose from.
Cheers. Oh boy.
So, one thing which comes to my mind is very clear. Like, first time I met Anish was 2015, but we didn't really know each other. We just spoke a bit. In World Cup, I think we spoke a bit, like just. But then in 2016, when I actually worked with him, like spent a really good time, like a month or so, I was with him, and I was 2650 back then, and he was playing the candidates like 27 something, really good number. And I was surprised by his work ethic back then, like surprised in a good way. I thought that what I'm doing is good enough, but then I saw him working on chess, and for me that was an eye-opener. I felt like I was doing little. So that's one thing which I picked up, his work ethic, or when it comes to the amount of hours to put into your craft. I think that was very good learning for me.
Yeah, no, I think for me, what I learned from Vidit, especially more, I think recently, is that I learned that we disagreed with him on certain things, let's say, in approach and so on, where I felt that he's trying to do too much, you know? Like, in a sense that I felt, okay, you are who you are, and you try to improve that, but he was sort of trying to change more, and I thought that that's like a wrong way to do it, because then you sort of, instead of taking all your strengths and building on them, you sort of scratch that all away and you build from scratch without the strengths that you already have. But seeing that he's being quite successful recently, I realized that probably, well, I mean, I must have been wrong about that. So yeah, I think it's a good learning from experience for me as well. So I'll see how to incorporate that in my.
Yeah, I remember you even told me that, you know.
Yeah.
Why are you?
No, we
pushing
had
so much.
We had a conversation. No, we had literally a conversation where I told him that I think you will have better results. Not even that. I thought that what he's trying to do will lead to worse results.
Backfire, yeah.
Backfire. I was convinced that would happen, but it didn't happen. What could also be is that maybe he didn't do it entirely the way he was intending to. I'll have to think about it as well. So maybe he also adapted a little bit. But to be honest, in any case, I think it shows that. You know, you have to believe, for sure. You have to believe. Because the thing is, in sports, you have to take leaps of faith. Because it's always a bit of a miracle, you know? It's always a little bit of a miracle. Like, for example, with his career, it's a complete miracle, right? But you have to believe and take leap of faith. Because, you know, if you fail anyway. But you might succeed. And the remarkable part about sports is that it's full of miracles, sports. Like, it's not just one. It's like it's almost ingrained in the sports that all the sports results, most of it is miracle, and like the unlikeliest things happen, and the underdogs. How often do the underdogs win things? Yeah, it's amazing, to the point that you no longer know who is the underdog. So I think that's an important thing I learned from it. That you should sometimes believe more, maybe.